well. Just want to catch up on yesterday's DR action. Apologies for not getting a video out last night. Wasn't feeling that great, so just kind of shut it down and figure out catch up today. But I did want to talk about DR yesterday because it was, there was a lot of action yesterday, which was really good. And if you trust the process on some of this, it really kind of it's kind of hard to lose sometimes, right? So let's talk about this yesterday. Now, the really cool part yesterday was we had about a 30-point range, which, from in DR means that you have a lot of room for price to maneuver and take opportunities. And so as we go through this really quick, we had when DR first started forming at 9:30, and it ran up from here. This was a 23-point range, which, our normal range is between 16 and 20 plus points. And so when I saw this, I was like, well, we're going to have to we're going to keep going up or we're going to come back down, more likely come back down because we had set a pretty strong range here. And so, we saw this drop coming around 10 o'clock. And if you notice what happened once DR formed, the range formed, we had that 30-point range. And then for the first, 30 minutes or so, you see these wicks just kept coming down under DR low. They just kept coming down, but then coming right back up. So, the strong indication that we're going to go down for the day or confirm low for the day, just based on these wicks. But waiting for confirmation, like we're supposed to. So here we get confirmation, and then the next step for that will be the retrace. And so we had a nice retrace right back up above IDR low, and IDR low and DR low only like a tick between the two, so it wasn't a lot of room here. So once we moved up on this retrace, I went ahead and set my order here at IDR low. Got picked up on this candle, really quick 5 points on that one. So got taken off, and now so I'm doing this for my funded challenge. So I was running 5 MES contracts. So that was actually a pretty good number for that challenge. And then if you notice what happens next, we come back up again, right back above IDR low. Again, same thing, right? Trusting the process. Orders right here at the IDR low, and then we come down, take another 5 points off of here, being cautious, right? Because I could have just let it ride. This was the easy, 20 points coming down here. But again, take it easy. Just trying to get the challenge filled or done within the 10 days. So I wasn't trying to be too greedy because, if you see all this action, this wick action going back and forth here, there's a strong expectation that it could have just went right back up again and then come back down. So I wasn't really pressed about trying to maximize this at that point. So price comes all the way down. If you stayed in that one, congratulations, that's a great move. Price goes back up a little bit and then comes back down one more time. There's ICT stuff here. There's the fair value gaps in here. I'm sure there's some order blocks in here for people who trade order blocks. So the next trade I took was an ICT trade, and it was this trade over here, where we had a nice fair value gap form on the way up. Price comes back down, tested it twice, and I said let me jump in here because just tested it twice, and I know there's some orders that are stuck here. We could actually just move back up. So took the fair value gap. This was a 10-pointer for me. And so took that trade. And then, right around 3 o'clock, it's Friday, it's 3 o'clock, we start seeing, again, some more consolidation here. And so the last little trade I took, if you notice, we started going back above this IDR low. I'm sorry, the DR low. And so once it got back above, I just put an order in here, got picked up. Went down, a couple points, went back up. I'm like, well, I might get stopped out. Of course, my stop was up here at 5 points. That's my max, even though we weren't close to this 0.5 fib. So I set it at 5 points. And so then it came back down and just dropped, took another 10 points off here. And that was actually my last trade for the day. That was right around, getting close to 3:30. I think on a Friday, and I didn't want to. Could have taken this, but didn't want to play around with this too much. But so really a strong day, following the rules. mixing a little bit. So I had my DR trade here, had another DR trade here, and then mixed it with some IDR concepts here, which, again, a lot of times you take this DR trade, you kind of get one trade for the day because it might take off on you. And then so you have to know a way to kind of get into a trade if, you've kind of missed this action here. And so I generally kind of, go toward the ICT stuff for that. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Hope you guys had a great week, successful week, enjoying your weekend. It's time we'll start prepping again tomorrow for next week. Other than that, have a great one.